Hi, my name is Liza. I'm 21 years old. I'm a music student at Adolescent Community College, studying music composition, and I live with an addicted parent to alcohol. My strongest memory growing up with a parent that was addicted to alcohol is when I was 8 years old. I was kind of in between sleeping and being awake, kind of like that weird dreamy feeling where you're like in between being awake and asleep. And my parents were driving down the road, and in Mexico there were no roads. It's strictly dirt, rock, and valley paths. So whenever we were driving home from a party, my dad and my mom started fighting, and my dad apparently was speeding in a way that was very reckless, and my mom was screaming at him that she was going to kill all three of us. And my dad's like, I didn't care, I don't care. That's probably one of the strongest memories I have. My parent, when they're very sober, they're very intelligent, they're very confrontational, but still in a very intelligent level, you know. It's kind of like they'll banter and they'll discuss things with you, not outright attack you, you know, through argumentative stuff. And when they're drunk, they become kind of like a disgusting, unruly individual. They make you completely they want to you just want to go like that because it's embarrassing to be with them. In my case, my parents are very gluttonous. They just eat and eat and eat. It's so gross, so nasty. My siblings and I, we kind of grew up a little bit farther apart. My siblings and I have 12 and 8 years age gap difference, my being the youngest. I grew up not really realizing that my dad had an addiction to alcohol. I grew up more with an understanding that this is how my dad is, this is how all dads are. And my brothers were able to separate more that this is not how, you know, a parent is supposed to behave. This is more like they don't want to see this happen because they know that he shouldn't be doing this. You know, they understood more and they were able to differentiate more because they were older. My age had a lot to do with me not being able to perceive that just yet. My family, they're pretty aware because drinking is kind of a social thing. It's kind of normal for all the men in the family to get together and, you know, open a beer and just drink at a cookout or something like that. And with friends, I try not to expose them to that because it's something that I truly am embarrassed of. It's something that I find completely appalling. And I don't want them to be subjugated to the crap that I have to, you know, deal with on a day-to-day basis because I'm kind of stuck in it and they're not. I don't want their perception of my dad and of me to be changed because of the way my dad acts when he's drunk. Drinking as an adolescent, that question really technically doesn't apply to me because I never really drank as a teenager. I never really had the chance to, and I was very sheltered, so I could never really get a hold of alcohol, and beer was just absolutely abhorrent to me. So I never even tried to even get intoxicated. But I have had, you know, a few drinks here and there. I have drunk to be wasted before. Not fun. Don't even bother, it's not fun. Holding on to the world for dear life is not my idea of a good time. Why am I not an alcoholic today? See, let me explain to you how alcohol works. Alcohol lowers your inhibitions as a person. Inhibitions means that the things that usually prevent you from acting like a complete idiot go away. So you become an idiot, essentially. Okay? For some people, that means you just become really affectionate. You start like holding them or kissing them or just being overly affectionate. For some people, it's they start punching every single person that breathes on the initial, surroundings. For me, it depends. For me, it's always depends on my mood, but usually there's a lot of anger, a lot of negative emotions tied to when I'm inebriated. So I'd rather not behave that way in public and have people perceive me as a complete and total B-word. The best advice that I can offer you guys out there is find an outlet. Find something completely unrelated, something that you enjoy, something that distracts you. School is a pretty good outlet. After school clubs, pick up an instrument, practice, sports, doing things like that are probably the best thing that you can do to cope. Okay, going and doing what a lot of these mainstream kids will do, which is cutting, not a good idea. Becoming alcoholics themselves, definitely not a good idea either, because then you're no better than the parent who's addicted to it. Taking drugs is even worse. Okay, all three of those are not going to make you happier. They're not going to give you relief. They're not going to be positive in your future. So the best thing that you can do is just find something productive, like what I just listed above. So.